Behind me is what you can see what used to be the Pitt Student Union building, where Dr. Martin Luther King spoke on his last visit to Pittsburgh. Now in 2018, we remember Dr. Martin Luther King's legacy as the 50-year anniversary of his assassination is remembered.
In Washington, I heard that, "We Have a Dream" speech, which just mesmerized hundreds of thousands of people that day. I wasn't even close enough to see him, but you could hear it on the loudspeakers, and it was beautiful, beautiful to hear.
That would be the last time Lawrence Glasgow heard King's beautiful voice.
Thank you, Mr. Randolph. I would simply like to say that I think this has been one of the great days of America. And I think this march will go down as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, demonstrations for freedom and human dignity ever held in the United States.
There was a lot that was going on in those times that were really made it a very special time.
During those times, a pivotal moment of history included the National Mourning Day for Martin Luther King after his assassination.
A march that was proposed to commemorate King, and the police were not sure they wanted to have a march, that they wanted to have a gathering, but the march did take place.
Charles Martin, a Pittsburgh photographer, captured the iconic images from the Pittsburgh Peace March that allow us to relive history.
Some of those moments include KDKA radio reporter George Barber interviewing a man and his daughter at the start of the march. That to me was a very important photograph because George Barber was an African-American reporter, and here he was interviewing a white man and his daughter participating in the march.
But it wasn't just the year of 1968 that King inspired Americans to come together. He continues to inspire the next generation. Here in Market Square, this is where the next generation of Pittsburghers became unified as one during the March for Our Lives event, which advocated for stricter gun control after the Parkland school shooting in February.
Like the Parkland, that march on Washington that the young people organized, that was getting at that. That was an inspiring day, and the young people were just marvelous there.
In fact, they inspired hundreds of thousands of people to be present in Washington, D.C. for the March of Our Lives. Peyton Klein, the recipient of Coro's Martin Luther King Innovation Leadership Award, was just one of the young people making a change as she participated in the National School Walkout.
I was out of the country during the March for Our Lives. I wish I could have participated. I was marching right there from the other side of the world, but I did participate in the walkout. And it was extremely motivating and inspiring to see so many young people and so many of my peers taking action and calling for change.
Klein says it is because of the path Martin Luther King paved that change is possible today.
So many youth activists stand up, especially with the March for Our Lives. So I think that Martin Luther King and everything that he does, well, first of all, the work that we're doing now would not be possible without the advancements that Dr. King made. But that he provides a source of inspiration for the students standing up to be the advocates that our country needs.
Her organization, Global Minds, is paving the way to helping the next generation of leaders.
Global Minds, we're a for youth by youth organization, and we bridge native English speaking students and English as a second language students through activities about human rights, diversity, sustainable development, and international relations. That's all paired with conversational English practice to help act as an educational support system for ESL students, and then to better educate native English speaking students in order to create more globally minded young.
Bringing change is continuing to keep Dr. King's legacy alive.
2018, there is still a need to let freedom ring. And that is how we will uphold